Welcome one and all to the Ancient Journey. If you like the video, please give us a like and a share, and if you're into our content, please subscribe. It helps grow the channel, and it keeps us producing these videos. Today's journey, Cold Cases of America's National Parks. America's national parks are designated for their natural beauty, unique geological features, diverse ecosystems, and recreational opportunities. But danger lurks behind these jewels of the outdoors, with missing persons and unsolved murders behind almost every iconic scene. Missing from Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado, James Pruitt, since February 28, 2019. Pruitt was 70 years old when he went missing. He is a white male standing 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighing about 150 pounds, with blue eyes and brownish gray hair. He is believed to have been wearing a dark blue jacket, a red or orange beanie-style hat, blue jeans, and carrying a small camera bag with a Nikon camera. Pruitt left from Glacier Gorge parking lot on February 28, 2019 for a day hike to an unknown destination. Park rangers located his vehicle on March 3rd and determined that though it had been parked there overnight, it had no permit to do so. Pruitt's family advised park rangers that Pruitt had no intentions of staying overnight in the park, and that they had last heard from him on February the 28th. Due to extreme winter conditions, the search entered a limited operation on March 11, 2019. Additional coordinated searches were conducted during the summer and fall of 2019, with no results. Missing from Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona since September 17, 2017, Zhongyin Wan. Wan was 45 years old at the time he went missing. He is an Asian male standing 5 foot 7 inches tall and weighing 121 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair. A white Toyota Camry belonging to him was found at the Morin Point on the south rim of Grand Canyon National Park on September 17, 2017. No one knew of him having any plans in the area, and his current whereabouts are unknown. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since September 17, 2016, Peter Jackson. Jackson was 74 years old at the time he went missing and is a white male standing 5 foot 10 inches tall and weighing 155 pounds, with blue eyes, gray hair, and gray beard. He was known to be in excellent physical condition and was last seen carrying a royal blue Outdoor Products backpack. Jackson is believed to have gone for a day hike from his campsite at White Wolf Campground, but never returned. He had sent a text message to his son saying that he was on his way to the park on September 17th. His vehicle was found at the campground, and camping fees had been paid through September 21st. In August of 2019, Jackson's backpack was found in the Ackerson Meadow and Aspen Valley area on the west side of Yosemite National Park, but Jackson was nowhere to be found. Missing from Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona since June 17, 2016, Floyd E. Roberts III. Roberts was 52 years old at the time he went missing. He is a white male standing 5 foot 11 inches tall and weighing 170 pounds. He has brownish gray hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a red long-sleeve shirt, blue denim jeans, multicolored mesh Nike sneakers, and a large blue low alpine contour backpack. He wears white rimmed sunglasses with orange lenses and was carrying a day pack. He became separated from companions during extreme heat conditions while starting a multi-day hike in a remote portion of the western Grand Canyon. The group had planned a 9-day hike. After a 6-day search, the incident remains unresolved. Missing from Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona since June 2, 2015, Morgan Heimer. Heimer was 22 years old when he went missing. He is a white male standing 6 foot tall, 175 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing dark-colored Astral personal flotation device, a blue long plaid sleeve shirt, Chaco brand sandals, a maroon baseball cap, and brightly colored shorts. He was carrying a purple water bottle. He was last seen on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2015, around Colorado River mile marker 213 near Pumpkin Springs. Missing from Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona since January 31st, 2015, Drake Kramer. Kramer was 21 years old at the time he went missing. He is a white male, standing 5 foot 8 inches tall and weighing approximately 140 pounds, with brown hair and blue eyes. He wears dark-colored clothes and is known to wear a backwards baseball cap or a dark-colored bandana on his head. Drake drove a silver Mazda 6 to the park. Kramer was last seen at the Bright Angel Lodge and is believed to have been suicidal. Missing from Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the North Carolina-Tennessee area since March 17, 2012. Derek J. Luking. Luking was 24 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is a white male standing 5 foot 11 inches tall, weighing 220 pounds, with green eyes, brown hair, and a short beard. He was last seen wearing black track pants and white tennis shoes. He possibly had a Realtree camouflage rain gear with him and a small, dark-colored day pack. He was last seen leaving the Microtel Hotel on March 3, 2012 in Cherokee, North Carolina. His car was found parked in the lower lot of Newfound Gap in the North Carolina-Tennessee state line. His direction of travel from his car is unknown. Missing from Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona since March 31, 2011. Adam Jones. Jones is a 23-year-old male standing 5 foot 7 inches tall, weighing 140 pounds, with blue eyes and light brown hair. He was last seen by family in Gulf Breeze, Florida on March 31, 2011. His vehicle was found in the Grand Canyon National Park at the Grand Canyon Visitor Center on May 5, 2011. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since June 17, 2011, George Penka. Penka was 30 years old when he went missing. He is a white male standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, wearing 240 pounds, with dark brown hair and blue eyes. He was last seen wearing gray sweatpants with a white stripe down the leg, a black t-shirt with D&B on the front or a black tank top, and gray or blue running shoes. He was carrying a blue cloth bag. Penka was traveling with a group when he became separated and went off by himself. He was last seen on the afternoon of June 11, 2011, at the top of Upper Yosemite Falls. Missing from Crater Lake National Park in Oregon since October 14, 2006, Sam Bulkey. Sam was 8 years old when he went missing. He is a white male, standing 4 foot 8 inches tall, weighing 85 pounds, with light brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a long-sleeve black and green striped shirt, cargo pants, red suede shoes, and a blue winter coat. He has a mole under his right ear and a mole on the left side of his throat. Bulkey was last seen about 4:00 p.m. on October 14, 2006 in Crater Lake National Park. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since June 21, 2005, Michael Fisery. Fisery was 51 years old when he went missing. He is a white male standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing 165 pounds, with gray shoulder-length hair, a gray beard, and wears eyeglasses. He was last seen wearing faded blue or blue-gray t-shirt, olive green or khaki shorts, and a faded red or a pink scarf. He was reported to be hiking in the Till Valley area of Yosemite National Park, northeast of Hetch Reservoir. Found murdered in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park in Hawaii, Armand B. Johnson. Found murdered on April 13, 2005, Johnson was a 44-year-old man. He was wearing a tank top, shorts, socks, and slippers. He had moved to Hawaii from Seattle, Washington in 1984 and hosted a local radio show. Johnson suffered a single gunshot wound to his upper back or neck area. There is a $10,000 reward for information leading to the resolution of this case. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since September 30th, 2002, Walter Reinhard. Reinhard was 66 years old when he went missing. He is a white male, 5 foot 8 inches tall, weighing 145 pounds, with graying brown hair becoming thin, no facial hair, and a fair complexion. He is possibly wearing a gray felt alpine hat and leather hiking boots. He usually carried a fanny pack. His vehicle was found at the White Wolf Trailhead on September 30th, 2002. It is likely that he began a hike from that trailhead on or around September 19th, 2002. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since August 14th, 2000, Ruth Ann Rupert. Rupert was 49 years old when she went missing. She is a white female standing 5 foot 5 inches tall, weighing 140 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Rupert has a prosthetic eye. Rupert was last seen in the Curry Village area of the Yosemite Medical Clinic at about noon on Monday, August 14th, 2000. She was scheduled to go on a backpacking trip in the park, but had to postpone the trip due to an infection. She is believed to have gone on a day hike from Yosemite Falls to the Foresta area based on witness observation. Rupert's backpack was found in 2008 in the Fireplace Creek drainage area, an area consistent with the hiking route from Yosemite Falls to Foresta. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since April 5th, 2000, Kieran Burke. Burke was 45 years old when he went missing. He is a white male from Ireland, standing 6 foot tall, weighing 180 pounds, with thinning black hair and blue eyes. Burke was last seen in the Curry Village area of Yosemite Valley at about 10 a.m. on April 5th, 2000. He is believed to have been preparing to start a hike. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since May 25th, 1998, David Paul Morrison. Morrison was 28 years old when he went missing. He is a white male standing 5 foot 9 inches tall, weighing 150 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a gray, long-sleeve UCSC sweatshirt, black pants, Nike running shoes, and a black, green, and yellow fanny pack. He was last seen in Yosemite Valley at 5:30 a.m. on May 25th, 1998, hiking towards Half Dome. Found murdered in Shenandoah National Park in Virginia on June 1st, 1996 at their campsite, Julianne Williams and Laura Winans. Julianne Williams and Laura Winans were found murdered in their campsite in Shenandoah National Park. Williams was 24 years old at the time. She and Winans were last seen hiking with a golden retriever named Taj on May the 24th, 1996. The dog was found wandering in the park and turned over to U.S. Park Rangers near White Oak Canyon Trail. Searchers found the women's bodies in their campsite off the Bridle Trail near Skyland Resort. Missing from Yellowstone National Park in the Wyoming, Montana, Idaho area. Since April 8, 1991, Dan Campbell. Campbell was 42 years old at the time he went missing. He is a white male standing 5 foot 8 inches tall, with green eyes, brown hair. He is hiking with an Australian Shepherd dog. Campbell and his dog were dropped off at a trailhead for Hell Roaring Creek on April 4th, 1991. He may have intended to collect elk antlers. Campbell was reported missing on April the 8th, 1991. No sign of Campbell or his dog has ever been found. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since July 5th, 1988, Tim Barnes. Barnes was 25 years old when he went missing. He is a white male, standing 6 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 180 pounds, with dark brown to black straight hair worn parted in the middle at shoulder length, a brown mustache, brown eyes, and a small bump or wart on the right side of his nose. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt with a red circle around a letter F with a slash through it, gray sweatpants, white tennis shoes, brown framed sunglasses, and carrying a yellow day pack. He was last seen walking north from the Murphy Creek trailhead at Tenaya Lake at 9 a.m. on July 5, 1988. He was said to be starting a day hike to Poly Domes. Missing from the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the North Carolina and Tennessee area, Thelma Melton. Missing since September 25, 1981, Melton was 58 years old when she went missing. She is a white female, standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing 180 pounds, with brown eyes and red hair. She was last seen wearing a pink and white blouse, tan slacks, low-cut tan shoes, and eyeglasses. Melton was last seen hiking on the Deep Creek Trail. Her companions lost sight of her as she walked ahead at a faster pace. She was never seen again. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since July 17, 1981, Stacy Ann Arras. Arras was 14 years old when she went missing. She is a white female standing 5 foot 5 inches tall, weighing 120 pounds, with blonde shoulder-length hair. She was last seen wearing a white pullover windbreaker, white jersey blouse with a square neckline and lace trim, and shorts with a vertical half-inch maroon and white stripe. Arras began a 4-day trip with her father on the High Sierra Loop at Tuolumne Mountains. They were part of a group of 10 people riding mules to the Sunrise High Sierra camp. The group arrived at sunrise at about 3 p.m. on July the 17th, 1981. After settling into her cabin, Arras began a 1.5-mile hike along the trail to Sunrise Lakes. She intended to hike with a 77-year-old man who was part of the group that rode to Sunrise that day. Before getting far along, the man became tired and sat down to rest. The guide who led the ride to Sunrise was working at the corral and noticed Arras standing on a rock about 50 yards south of the trail. The guide was reportedly the last person to see Arras. Missing from Chiricahua National Monument in Arizona since January 13, 1980, Paul Braxton Fugate. He was aged 41 at the time he went missing. The National Park Service has raised its reward fund in the case to $60,000. On January 13, 1980, Paul, then aged 41, was working in the Monument's Visitor Center in southeastern Arizona. At about 2 p.m. that day, he left the building to take a hike on a park trail and was never seen again. Ranger Fugate was wearing his green and gray Park Service uniform, including the official National Park Service arrowhead patch on his upper shirt sleeve, and a gold-colored ranger badge pinned over his heart. Investigators suspected foul play early on, and a formal missing persons case remains open. Missing from Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the North Carolina-Tennessee area since October 8, 1976, Teresa Gibson. Gibson was 16 years old when she went missing. She is a white female standing 5 foot 3 inches tall, weighing 115 pounds, with brown eyes and brown hair. She was last seen wearing a brown plaid jacket, a blue and white striped sweater, blue jeans, and blue Adidas shoes. Gibson was last seen hiking with a high school group from Knoxville, Tennessee. She disappeared as the group hiked back from Andrews Bald Trail to the Clingman's Dome parking area. Missing from Yosemite National Park in California since July 24, 1972, Dikran Nadjian. Nadjian was 20 years old when he went missing. He is a white male of Armenian descent, standing 5 foot 11 inches tall and weighing 182 pounds, with brown eyes and brown hair. He was last seen wearing a white metal Omega Seamaster wristwatch and carrying a Pentax 35mm camera. He was last seen in Curry Village in Yosemite Valley on July 24, 1972. Missing from Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the North Carolina and Tennessee area since June 14, 1969, Dennis Lloyd Martin. Martin was 7 years old when he went missing. He is a white male standing 4 foot 1 inches tall, weighing 55 pounds, with dark brown eyes, dark brown wavy hair. He was last seen wearing a red t-shirt, green trousers, and low-cut Oxford-style shoes. He was last seen playing with other children while on a family outing with his parents at the Spence Field area of the Appalachian Trail. Missing from Rocky Mountain National Park in Colorado since August of 1958, Robert Bizup. Bizup was 10 years old in August of 1958 when he went missing from Camp St. Malo in Estes Park, Colorado, immediately adjacent to Rocky Mountain National Park. In 1959, Bobby's remains were located within park boundaries. The cause, nature, and circumstance of his disappearance and death were never definitely established. The location where his remains were found had been searched at the time of his disappearance by personnel of the military, local police, National Park Service, and other resources. The MPS Investigative Services Branch has opened an investigation into Bobby's death. To report information about any of these cold cases, please call the National Park Service tip line at 1-888-653-0009. Thanks for watching, and thanks for sharing the journey.